What's good,
That's like I'm just reading the
I know I said him to about a month or not too. That's the other one. To lobby off of what he about to be doing. I mean,
concert.
oh my God. Read what I'm sending you right now. Read this one second. After you read that one. Oh my God.
You want me to read this one first?
Now, one of you have first.
Yeah, this one is.
I know,
Man.
nigga. I know. We'll jump right into it. I know.
I think Biden was gonna do something for you.
I got so. I know. That's why I got one. One I just sent him right now. Yeah. First, look at the second one I sent you. The title of the second one I sent you. Different, huh? Hey, if you don't mind, give me something to sip on. No, not you, Kabata. I want you to get ready on. The water, man.
Wow. You want ice in it?
Yeah, come on. They different, huh? Different.
The only reason why I don't be finding stuff like this is because I truly don't want to. Like, it really breaks my heart.
No, yeah.
Part of me is like, well, enough of this. Just like the Lord said, enough of this. Like anybody can do like that.
Yeah, no sweat. Like I just take it out.
You want me to just support yourself?
Yeah. Anything over there? I know sweat.
Okay. I can see. It's right next to you. So so you won't knock it down. Yeah, this is crazy.
No, we're gonna jump right into it right now.
This is what I really need the most. I to be offended by something like this. I can be offended all day. I need him to get pissed off about this.
No, I'm not. Hey, shalom. We're the ISUPK. It's our 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Officer Apayak out here saying hold it down today in class. Today's class is going to be the difference between fasting and famine. I'm saying what fasting is and what famine is, how they're related, and how they're not related, but also related in the same. I'm saying we're going to touch a little bit into that. But before I start my classes, I like to bring out certain news, man, and topics, what's going on. So we're going to jump right into our hot topic right now, right? And the hottest topic right now is, we're in Arizona. You know what I'm saying? We're in Arizona. So one of the hottest topic in Arizona is those children or those people in cages, right? Those are Issachar brothers or Mexicans in cages on the border of the U.S.-Mexico border, right? So we're going to jump right into that and get a little bit of news on that. News that a lot of us do not know, but news that we need to know. We need to know the condition that our people's in. You know what I'm saying? We need to know what's going on the border and the immense pressure and the immense cruelty that's going on with our people on the border, being the Mexican people, right? The tribe of Issachar. Then we're gonna jump right into it. If you're an Arizonian, you especially need to know. If you're Black, Hispanic, or Native American Indian here, you especially need to know, and I'll let you know why.
And another thing too, this is what comes with choosing the lesser of two evils, and this is what you get out of it.
Right, I'm saying, so we're gonna jump right into it. I'll go ahead.
From BuzzFeed News, immigrant children were burned with scalding water.
Say it again.
With scalding water.
From the top. Say it again.
Immigrant children were burned with scalding water.
immigrant children. Those children on the border, they're being burnt. They're being burnt with scalding water, right? What's that?
Like burning.
Like, what would that be, Kabataman?
Being boiled.
They're being boiled. You ever take a boil? You ever take a boiled water, man? Or see a boiled water hit someone, hit a grown man, hear that cry? Imagine that being a child. They're doing this to children, right?
Like for instance, like coffee, like the coffee water.
Right.
Like
the coffee, the water that you make your coffee with, or the coffee. When coffee first come on, it's really hot, right? Because everybody, yeah. Imagine you spill a coffee on yourself and you Now imagine those little children going through that. That's what they're doing to those little babies on the border, right?
Right.
Keep going from here.
And threatened at an emergency shelter, a whistleblower said.
And did what? They were what?
And they were threatened.
They were what?
And threatened.
Threatened. They were threatened, right? Why were they threatened?
Like I said, because they're Israelites.
Come on. Well, in on this topic, why would they threaten these children not to say anything?
Because they don't want to lose their job.
Okay, they know what they're doing is wrong.
Right, exactly.
They know what they're doing is wrong. Right? That's the only way you threaten a child for, not to say anything about you burn them with water. Right? If you feel like what you're doing is justified and right, you wouldn't need to feel me to tell them. I'm saying not to say anything to no one. There's no way. What's going on with the Mexican children, with those children on the border, is wicked as hell, man. And the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
I'm saying our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And he's shown himself over and over and over again to be just that, a devil. And the fact that anybody would see him as anything else, it's beyond me. At this point, imagine a 9-year-old little girl. Stories already came out about you molesting them, raping these children. They're going without eating, and now you're boiling them. Would not be a perpetual hatred? Come on, bring me on, That's a different kind of hatred. Wrong, right? Go ahead. Go ahead.
And this is like for the tribe of Yashikar, all of the so-called Mexicans. This should shed a lot of light on those of you who are not in class right now under Commander General Yohana,
right,
who are still saying they're not all like that, because this is what's happening once again, something that happened in history. They don't give a damn that we're not all like that. They're doing this to innocent children.
Right.
They're calling all of the Mexican, the so-called Mexican men rapists and drug dealers. But what about the American soldiers and the border patrollers that are boiling babies under the threat of, we know exactly what it is, death?
Right.
What's the next step after you're boiling somebody? For all of you, especially the princesses of the tribe of Yashikar, so-called Mexicans,
right?
They're all like that.
Every last one of them.
Right.
And that's the thing with Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. You want to be so emotional in your feelings, man. We're not even. This thing is called. We go by what they call today a race, right? What's a race? In track and field, a race is you run to the finish line, right? Our people are not even in the race because we refuse to run. The Chinese are running. How do you know they're running? Because they secluded everybody else and they gather amongst themselves.
Right.
Right? White America are running. How do you know they gained the earth from joining together? How do you know white America's together? Because white America, even look at Donald Trump. When Donald Trump won office, Donald Trump spoke against homosexuality. Do you know who won the vast majority of votes amongst homosexuals? Donald Trump. Why would they vote for someone that's anti them? Donald Trump also said, "Grab her by the pussy." Salaki, excuse my language, right? Mm-hmm. Donald Trump, I have to speak it. That's exactly what he said. He said, "Grab him by the pussy." Do you know who was overwhelmingly voted for by white women? Donald Trump. Mm-hmm. Especially here in Arizona, he won them by 85%. Mm-hmm. Meaning, no matter what, they know when it's time to gather amongst themselves.
Right.
That's our people refuse to run the race, and now because we refuse to run the race, we have situations like this. Our children in cages being burnt, being raped, going days without eating, being starved, being sexualized. And on top of that, we're going to go right into it right now, being sold into slavery, sex slavery. How do you have 25 missing migrant children? Come on, Mom, bring me home, Mom. How do you have 2,500 missing children within a week? How does that make sense?
Salaki, sir, if I could. Every mother, father, sister, or brother knows that you can't lose a child. You certainly, as a child, can't lose an adult unless you're in a candy aisle. And family can't lose each other. This is what's actually happening. They are purposely separating the families. How do we know? The photograph of that mother and that husband, where through the fence she has to nurse her baby because they were separated.
Right. And that's how we come. Divide and conquer, divide and rule. That's his only. That's the only plan. Come amongst you and your people, divide you, and then somehow rule. Right? Keep going. Give me some more of that.
Khan, the federal employee also reported that many children at another shelter suffered from dehydration and developed gas.
Give it to me, Give it to me, Start from the top again, come on.
Sir. Sir, we're gonna go right back to it.
Colin, yeah, it's right there, yeah.
The federal employee also reported that many children at another shelter suffered from dehydration and developed gastrointestinal issues.
My God.
Let me look with that.
Dehydration. You mean to tell me that you're not giving them so much as water out in that desert?
Concert.
I gotta tell you, Akim, you been in that sun without no water? You really have them in cages laying on top of each other?
Concert.
Go ahead, Ak.
So when it says they develop gastrointestinal issues, what that means is they don't have enough water in their bodies to digest the food.
It says right here relating to the stomach and the intestines.
Mm-hmm. So they're getting constipated. That's what that means. They're not able to have a bowel movement properly. So they're probably screaming and crying on the pot. They're not able to properly and fully digest the food. So they're malnourished while even if they're getting fed because they're not getting enough water.
Right. And that's the condition that we're in today. So you cannot tell me all of them. All of them is not like this. Enough of them. Even if you make the case that not all of them is like this, enough of them are like this to affect your life. All right. So look at the condition that we're in. Bottom line, give me what you have up.
So, if I could add to that.
Go ahead.
This was under the Biden administration.
Trust me, I'm going right into it up. Trust me, I'm telling you. Keep giving the one that you have about the first one.
This is the New York Post, March 22nd, 2021.
Go ahead.
U.S.-Mexico border traffickers earned as much as $14 million.
Earned as much as what?
$14 million.
Start from the top again.
U.S.-Mexico border traffickers earned as much as $14 million.
U.S.-Mexico borders, right? The traffickers on there earn as much as what?
14 million.
Earn as much as 14 million, right? Keep going.
A day.
At what?
A day.
A what?
A day.
They're earning 14 million a day sex trafficking. And it have gone up since those children, since those women, right? Since our people have been in them cages. How is that? We have all them personnels on there, all the military personnels that's on the U.S.-Mexico border. How have it gone up that much with all the security on that U.S.-Mexico border? If America was such a righteous country. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Do you have something to say? Go ahead.
Salak, if I could, sir. This is the reason that it's getting worse is because the colonizer, that damn blonde hair, blue eye, hook nose bastard.
Right.
He is not confused about who his enemy is. It is us. It is our people who want to love everyone, and who we're under centuries of the curse of believing that God, first of all, is in our power, but our Father loves everyone. We're under that hypnosis. We don't understand. because we've been so removed from our culture and our law, statutes, and commandments that our Father gave us. Our God is exclusive,
Right.
inclusive.
Right. How do you know he's exclusive and not inclusive? Because look what he did to the Egyptians.
Right.
Look what he did to Egyptians. Couldn't there be at least one Egyptian that was good or at least decent? Why not save him?
Go ahead. The one that what Pharaoh's daughter would be an example of a so-called good Egyptian. She went and got baby Masha out of the river, and then she had Masha's mother come nurse him.
Right.
She knew what she was doing.
She knew what she was doing.
She watched herself. She shared the culture of the Israelites just by watching us.
Right. You know what I'm saying? That's heavy, y'all. Numerous people, you know what I'm saying, of those heathens that you would say, you know what? Man, he could have been looked at as at least decent. And his people share what we call that? Ferocious force of the Most High. Most High showed him no mercy. Absolutely no mercy. He killed the firstborn of every Egyptian. Firstborn son, right? Not giving a damn, right? So that's how you know he's exclusive. So for us to try to make straight what your Most High have made crooked is absolutely wicked. So I know it's not. And we're right now we're being punished for it. We're reaping the benefits, or Salakia, we're reaping the curses of what we did. We refuse to exclude these people, and now this is what we get for it, because we want to include them. The Mexican children, the Israelites, I'm saying, Mexican people want to accept the so-called white man, and because they accept the so-called white man, this is what we get. Right. You got some more on that for me, out? Go ahead, out.
Criminal cartels that are trafficking families, women, children, and single adults over the southern border earned as much as $14 million a day in February, according to a report on Monday.
14 million. And with all that trafficking they're doing, you mean to tell me the most powerful country in the face of the earth, right? The superpower in the face of the earth. They're making that much money trafficking people over here, or for sex traffic, or bringing them over into your country, and you don't know nothing about it. You're not including it. You're not helping them. You mean to tell me that you're not helping them? I refuse to believe that. And why do I say that? I just go after history, right? That cool Martin Luther King says what? Judge a man by his character, not by his skin color, right? Okay, let's judge him by his character. What about COINTELPRO? Huh? What about COINTELPRO? What he did to all them bros back in the 60s. I got one better for you. What about Ronald Reagan and Nancy Reagan? All the drugs that they brought into the United States government, right? All the drugs they were moving. Who sold more drugs than Ronald Reagan?
Right.
El Chapo ain't got a damn thing on Ronald Reagan. What's his name? Pablo Escobar don't got a damn thing on Ronald Reagan.
Right.
What up?
For all the little babies, kids that are of my family, Yasharala, who want to be drug dealers. What is his name? Pablo Escobar is not a damn Israelite.
Right. That's for true. Pablo is not. I'm saying Pablo is actually a Spaniard. I'm saying, but none of those brothers, none of those people have anything on Ronald Reagan. Who have moved more than them? If anything, America showed you is absolute wickedness. They want to break every single rule. Right now as we speak, cocaine would be illegal in America if they could make profit. They could profit if they could tax it out. If they could tax cocaine, it would be legal in America. How do I know? Because cigarettes is legal. Weed is legal. At one time, in the Prohibition era, alcohol, they were forbidden against alcohol. Right. Now it's legal because they could tax it now.
Right.
That's who we live under. Go ahead, Al.
Salakia, sir. Not only was the last president husband to a damn porn star, but this is something my people don't really consider. If no one invited them to come, stay, or set up a legal system, this is why you get things like this. If you have sex in public or piss in public, if you are caught, You are now a sex offender. It never goes away.
Right.
Put a damn camera in front of it. It's pornography and it's legal. If you fight in public, you will get charged with disorderly conduct.
Right.
Put a damn camera and an arena around it, and you have boxing.
Right.
Multi-billion-dollar industries.
The brother's saying it's so heavy. I'm saying, Brother Kabbalah Maz, he said, show you how much of a devil, I'm saying, paraphrase, how much of a devil that America under the so-called white man is. If you get into a fist fight in the street, it would be a misdemeanor, and it would be called, what is it again? Disorderly conduct. It would be disorderly conduct, right? And you'd be hit with a misdemeanor.
Mm-hmm.
But if you put a camera and a ring, I'm saying I have two brothers fighting in there, they call it boxing or UFC.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, like, someone taking a piss out in public, right? That'll be classified as what?
Indecent exposure.
Indecent exposure, right? For you to get naked out in public.
Mm-hmm.
But if you take a camera, right,
Mm-hmm.
and
sell it,
and
put it all over the internet.
if you take a camera and put it all over the internet, it's known as pornography.
Mm-hmm.
What the brother is saying is so much word is the white man will legalize anything as long as he's able to tax it.
Right.
As long as he's able to make money from it, he will legalize it. So that's how I know cocaine would be legal if they were able to legalize it. Cocaine, poppy field was all here in America.
Mm-hmm.
They would be able to they would legalize it up. Because it's not, they won't. Go ahead.
Yeah, poppy would come from heroin.
Heroin, right? Yeah, Con.
So, Con, I believe heroin was legal at one point. The U.S. soldiers were getting it through,
Talking about the Vietnam.
Con.
The Vietnam attack. I wouldn't say, I don't know if it was legal, but I have to do some more research on that. I'm saying, but go ahead.
But I also got a precept.
Go ahead, Doc.
Habakkuk 2:12. Woe unto him that buildeth a town with blood and established a city by iniquity.
Right. Most of that's a destruction unto a man that buildeth a city on blood. The reason why it's a destruction unto him, because you know that there's nothing good can come from the city. It was built on righteousness, on blood, man.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what country have built more on blood than America, man? On the slaves, on the indigenous people that was here. Look at all the wickedness America have done. America deserves the hate from every other people. I'm gonna say this every class. America have earned the hate. You have to the amount of hate America have around the world, the so-called white man have around the world. He have earned that. That's something he has to carry. You reap what you sow. You have earned the hate of everybody, and it's just. That's right. So don't come to me that thou shalt not abhor an Edomite. I'm saying, don't come to me with that, because if we were really doing it, they all want. It's a lot. I'm saying I can't say they will be put to death. You know what I'm saying. Good. Read the other one for me out. The last one that you have. Go ahead, Al.
This is New York Post, April 17th, 2021. How Biden's border policies will increase sex trafficking of children to the U.S.
Read it again.
How Biden's border policies will increase sex trafficking of children.
Of who?
Children.
Go ahead.
To the U.S.
Damn.
Now, I'm having the brother read it again. I want you to hear what I'm going to say this, man. That African that was in office by the name of Obama, it's almost as if they allow under the umbrella. He hit it right in the skirt. He hit it right under his skirt. He came as a thief in the night. He came as a thief in the night, and everyone had their eyes shut because what? He had brown skin. He had brown skin. Joe Biden's administration is no different than Obama's.
Right.
Joe Biden's administration is no different than Obama's. Right? Under Obama, no, I'll say George Bush didn't deport half as many people that Obama did. Facts. Barack Obama deported more so-called illegals of Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Jamaicans, and Mexicans than anybody else had under Obama. Now, Joe Biden's taking up that same umbrella. Joe Biden's taking up that same umbrella. Read it again from the top up.
How Biden's border policies will increase sex trafficking of children to the U.S.
Go a little deeper into it for me.
A recent image of Ecuadorian girls aged 3 and 5 being dropped like packages over the southern border wall shocked many Americans. But it didn't shock experts who say that human traffickers are busier than ever.
Human traffickers are what?
Busier than ever.
Then what?
Busier than ever.
They're busier than ever. Let me ask you a question once again, right? How can sex traffic on that border go up if there's so much military personnel and army personnel there? Just army personnel alone there. How is that? There's so much cops and security in that border. How can sex trafficking be going up? There's so much so-called protection on that border.
Like I've also seen how there's also voluntary help, like basically like border patrols, basically, right?
Right.
That they volunteer as in like protecting the border, and you'll see some of them like either females or militia or whatever you want to call them. Right. Talking about how they don't need to cross over here, and they'll record them, and then as they're coming by, you'll see like people like, hey, go back, or throw rocks, or try to shame them and put them in camera. Why are you here? This and that with their families, trying to cross. And I'll
say that with all that going on, how is sex trafficking going up? How is trafficking going up? Oh yeah.
The way sex trafficking is going up, and the human traffickers are busier than ever is cooperation.
Say it again.
Cooperation.
Say it again.
Cooperation.
That's how it's going up. That's the answer for that. How is sex trafficking going up on that border? Cooperation. These traffickers now have even more people to traffic because they're in cahoots with the United States government to traffic these people, man. Right. The Democratic Party is a wicked party, Right. America alone is wicked, At least the Republicans have at least a glimpse, right? For self. When I mean for self, meaning for their people, right? How do you know? Take the abortion law that was passed in Texas. I give the white man a pat in the back for that, for showing at least a little bit, a glimpse of humanity. These abortions are getting out of hand, and because they're getting out of hand, he wants to shut it all down. And furthermore, he says, even if you aid someone in getting an abortion, meaning you drive them to the hospital, you're gonna be brought up on murder charges. If you commit the charge, if you give them the abortion, you're gonna be brought up on murder charges. If they go see a counselor and you counsel them, and within a certain period of time they go get an abortion, you're gonna be brought up on murder charges. The white man is not playing in Texas, That's how they have a little glimpse of mercy for their own people. Democratic Party they're wicked people They same bird, I'm saying? There's two different wings They go about it two different ways, but the same devil There's no different. But the fact that the Democratic Party go under the umbrella of so-called brotherhood to Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians, right? Come as a friend, make them even more wicked Even more wicked. Go ahead, Kabbalah.
If I could, sir. My people, especially the sisters like AOC and every Black, Hispanic, Native woman in the government system and a politician, what they don't understand is this politician thing that they got going on in the United States, whereas Democrats and Republicans always disagree. They don't understand that historically the reason that Greece and Rome did that is to keep the people distracted.
Right.
If they're constantly arguing and you're constantly paying attention, not realizing that's them. Let them be stupid and argue stupid topics.
Right.
Let's deal with us. Let's not join them to try to fix us. You can't do it.
And what the brother's saying is so heavy because we still got so-called black people, right? Southern Kingdom especially, right? That today are talking about United States government and how illegals are coming into the country as if that means anything to us, huh? Nigga, you come from the slum. You on Section 8. The white man's been beating you down for hundreds of years. What the hell are you talking about? Because they're looking at it as shit. Literally that we have, they're coming over here to take it anyway. If that's the case, and how come none of you are out there beating down the so-called Palestinians coming in? Or the Afghans. So like the Afghans coming in, right? Come here and jump on the Afghans. Because no, you figure if I at least be anti-immigration, the white man at least accept me. If you figure, hey, if you can't beat them, join them. You coward punk lames, man.
Right.
Go ahead, Al.
So like, if I could, sir, it's that same spirit, especially
get it right now. Go ahead, Al.
brother, and usually Southern Kingdom because we're so good at sin, whereas a brother is so quick to pick up that gun and gun a brother down, and a brother is so quick to go to war with another brother. And think that he's some type of smart because he can sell drugs and get it past the cop. Meanwhile, he hasn't taken into consideration, listen, they gave the drugs to you for you to do that to your own people, and you are a damn coward. If you're picking on you're trying to further destroy a people that is already destroyed, and they happen to be your people too. You are a coward. You're not strong. You're certainly not smart because they're your people.
Right. And show you how drug dealers and all them are cowards. You mean to tell me that the money that you're getting from the poor, imagine if you're getting from the rich. Imagine if they were in Scottsdale selling this shit up. Right? Am I wrong? Right. Imagine if they were in Scottsdale selling this. They're in Chandler selling this. They're in Beverly Hills selling this. The reason why they don't go up there, they know, is the white man's going to come down on them. So they'd rather sell it in Compton. Still on the South Side, Inglewood, Crenshaw, Brooklyn, Queens, say in Harlem. No, man, we'll go sell in the South Side Chicago. We'll go over there and sell it. We not finna go up there, you know what I'm saying, in the Gold Coast or Chicago. They ain't finna do that. That's how you know they're cowards. When there's more money to be made up there, but you go up there if you're so much about the money. But you would abuse the poor. And who they learn that from? Their master, the so-called white man. Envying the oppressor. You envy him so much that you're like, look, what the white man to do is he hate black people. So I know he ain't finna give a damn if we start killing them niggas. But if we start killing white people, then he finna come down on us. That goes without being said. That goes without being said. Right now in Brooklyn, this has been a thing since the 90s, as far as I know, as far as back in the 90s, right? I got family and families who run around the 90s and late 80s and 90s, right? They said, if you go on the trial, first off, if you don't got a paid lawyer, don't bother going to trial for certain shit. You don't want to go, right? If you do got a paid lawyer, if he ain't Jewish, if your lawyer ain't Jewish, you ain't winning no case. Meaning what? It goes without being said. They know that what? Did you know the Jewish people run that out? If your lawyer ain't Jewish, you ain't winning no case. Because all the judges are Jewish. Right. Jewish have all the connections and the links. Meaning what? I ain't gonna get no black lawyer. That nigga is worthless to me. Man. I ain't finna win no case with no Mexican lawyer, no Puerto Rican lawyer. What's your lawyer? Oh, he from Puerto Rico. Man, I don't want that nigga, man. That nigga ain't shit. That nigga ain't shit. Give me that Jewish lawyer. I know he's less qualified, but give me the little Jewish lawyer. Goes without being said, But the white man is he's a wicked beast, He's an absolute wicked beast, Give me that. Who can make straight what most I make crooked? White man is a wicked beast, man. Give me that prepared slaughter, You know what I'm saying? He is a wicked beast, and he have earned all that's coming to him. And it's only right, man. It's only right. It's only right. If you're a just man, it is only right. You reap what you sow. Go ahead, Doc.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the faces of the world with cities.
That's what's coming to him. He have earned that, man. He have earned the slaughter that's coming to him. You cannot go out the earth sow wickedness, without having some type of repercussion for it, then the Most High will be making the Most High a liar. Wrong or right? Most High said, "For whatsoever a man reapeth, that shall, or whatsoever a man sow, that shall he reap." Right. If you sow nothing but wickedness on the earth, you shall reap wickedness. It's only right. Got it from me, Go ahead.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 13. Consider the work of God, for who can make that straight which he hath made crooked?
Say it again.
Who can make that straight which he hath made crooked?
Who can make that straight which he have made crooked? The Most High have made the white man crooked. All from the beginning of time. That same spirit Cain had, same spirit the so-called white man had. Right. The Most High have made him crooked. The Most High have done that. And you're going against the Most High when you want to join hands with this white man. Right. Believe me when I tell you, man. This is the last time I say before I jump on my topic. Believe me when I tell you, all you coons out there and coonettes out there. See, I know that's even a word. I'm going to call them coonettes out there, right? For all of you that want to join hands with white people, want to have sympathy on white people, when that time comes, it should be treason in our kingdom. Right. It should be absolute treason in our kingdom for you to want to join hands with them or join them amongst them. Join amongst them. Right. Or join them amongst us. Right. You're going to share the same faith of them with them when that time comes. Absolute treason, and you shall be beheaded just like the rest of them. Go ahead, Al.
Sir, to build on what you're saying
regarding
treason.
Go ahead, Al.
Every nation on the face of this earth has one punishment for treason, and we do too. And our people are so stupid that we don't even know what treason is until you call it what we know it to be: snitching.
Right. You
snitch, you die. Yeah, that's treason. That's why. So we know who the enemy is. We want to play.
Right.
You tell the white man that, this black man, he sold a couple keys over here. You getting got.
Right.
Gravy. When Malachi Hawashai comes back, all of you traitors, we're just going to stop calling it snitching. We're going to call it what it actually is. Treason.
Treason.
Same penalty.
Absolute treason, Want to join hands with this devil. Like all the wickedness he have done. All the wickedness he have done to our ancestors. Don't they deserve some justice, man? You damn coons, man. Don't they deserve some justice? Some get back. Right. All the children that was raped, all the men that was put to death, hung, burned to death. All the Native American Indians, the children that was snatched from them and their head cracked open. The women that had to cry day in and day out. The men that had to cry day in and day out, bawling. Don't they deserve some justice? But no, you want to join hands with that wicked devil because you feel in your heart that's what Jesus would want. No sweat. You shall die with them when that time comes. That's the fate you shall join. Come on, man. Give me Matthew 6 and 16 now. Matthew 6 and 16.
The book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 16. Moreover, when ye fast, be not as the hypocrites.
When ye fast, be not like what?
The hypocrites.
The what?
The hypocrites.
How do hypocrites fast? First off, I'm saying we're going to jump right into the topic, right? Fasting, right? A difference between fasting and famine. Who can tell me what fasting is, first off? Go ahead, Kabbalah.
Sir. Fasting is when you forego eating and drinking. And it's a self-affliction.
Right.
Right.
So fasting is something you can control, you're saying. So what would famine be?
Something that the Most High God has sent for you.
That's what I was getting to. Famine is a punishment. Fasting, however, is what? Opposite of punishment.
It's a reward.
It's a reward, huh? How do you know fasting is a reward? In the Bible, every fasting comes with what? Some type of reward. What's the word? Afflicting yourself, right? Comes with some kind of reward. How do you know it's a reward? You're able to keep the high holy day, right? With high holy day coming up of fasting, the Day of Atonement, right? The fasting, right? That is a reward. You're here to keep the Day of Atonement. That is an award. Being able to fast on that day is a reward, man. How do you know? All that the Most High have done for us. And he just asked this day, look, bottom of this day, hold me down, son. So the sun go down, you don't eat. The next day, the sun go, like just do that favor for me. All that I've given you, my son. All that I've given you, Amatazai, Apayak, Parak, Razan. All that I've given you guys, just hold me down. Hold me down. This day, don't eat anything. Even when everyone else eating, this day don't eat anything.
Right.
All you men of the UPK. That is a reward. How you know the Most High is against you? That when you get famine. Famine has hit your land. Right. Lack of water has hit your land. Lack of food has hit your land. Right? Food that's poisonous to hit your land. That in itself is famine, man. All right.
That's right.
Go ahead, Al.
Slovakia. Over there in the wilderness in Africa, they know what famine is, and famine came on the wings of locusts.
Right? Brother said the Africans, ask the Africans, they know what famine is. Mm-hmm. Africans know what famine is. It came in the way of locusts, as the brother said, right? Came in the way of locusts, which they earned. Speaking on them nasty Africans, right. They have earned that. Right. I'm saying they earned that wickedness. Right. I'm saying they earned that get back. Right. And many more has to come. Right. I'm saying, but on the topic of fasting is punishment. I'm saying Slovakia. Fasting is a reward, and famine is punishment. Give me what you have. Give me from the top again. Matthews.
Book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 16. Moreover, when ye fast, be not as the hypocrites.
Not as the what?
As the hypocrites.
Go ahead.
Of a sad countenance.
Of a what?
Sad countenance.
What's a countenance?
Like you, sir. The look on your face.
Countenance is the look, the spirit on you. You could see it. So read it from the top again.
Moreover, when ye fast, be not as the hypocrites of a sad countenance.
When you fast, be not as the hypocrites on Slovakia, on the sad countenance, right?
Right.
Don't be all mopey. I'm fasting. I can't eat. Man, this is hard. I don't want to do this. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Angry. You know what they say when people start to get hungry, they get angry, right? Right. Don't be like that. How I know you control it? When you go to slave when you're hungry, right? You see how you talk to your boss? Talk to your brothers the same way.
Right.
Talk to your wife the same way.
Right.
That's how I know you can do it. Don't give me that shit. That's how I know you can do it. Because you do it with someone that's not your kin. That's not your family. You speak nice and beautiful to them, yes. Patient with them, yes. Be patient with your sister. Be patient with your brother. Because they're a family. Got some more than that from me out? Go ahead.
For they disfigure their faces.
They would just what?
Disfigure their faces.
They disfigure their faces. What does it mean to disfigure your face?
It's like you, sir, what the officer just said. Moping and making sad faces.
Oh, I'm sad. Man, my stomach hurts. Mm-hmm. I'm hungry, man. This is hard, man. Mm-hmm. I don't know how them brothers do it, man. Go ahead, Up.
Man, I remember going to church, right, with my grandmother and my grandparents, right? And they would allow children to go in there and fast. And there's this one kid and I would go over there just to see what it was, right? But they would let you drink water every now and then. Um, but the kid, he didn't want to drink. He didn't want to do nothing, right? He didn't want to
Right.
eat. He didn't want to drink.
Right.
He wanted to look strong. He wanted to make them proud,
Right.
And the kid ended up fainting. So they had to give him some bread, give him some water, and whatnot. So it's like it just shows how they oppress. Like it's like they have no knowledge of how to fast.
Right.
Right.
They have no knowledge of the Bible. I'm saying, and they're of sad continents.
Right.
How do you know? Perfect example from that kid. Perfect example from that kid. He wanted to make him proud. The reason why he might want to make him proud and show them is because he's looking at them and seeing how weak they are in his spirit. He know they moping off from being from fasting up. He knows Granny and them fast and mope. His mama mope. His daddy mope. If his daddy's even in the church. I'm saying? So he want to show them, look, I can do it without moping and being sad. I have a good continence. And I'm saying they can't understand that. And the harder he try to last is the more they try to convince him to eat his bread. Here, eat this bread, drink this water. We really don't mean it. Yes, we're saying fasting, but we really don't mean it. You know what I'm saying? That's the Christian church.
Right.
You have more on that from you? Go ahead.
That they may appear unto men to fast.
They may appear unto men to fast, meaning they're fasting. For the way they acting and carrying themselves. You know what I'm saying? They fasting, not because in so much words they're telling you. They're telling you so much words. I'm saying they're telling you without telling you that they're fasting.
It's like if I could, it's like they doing the fasting for men, because they appear unto men to fast, right? So it's like, look at me, I'm fasting. I'm a Christian. I'm wearing this cross. Let me cry a little while I pray.
Right. That's how they carry themselves. Exactly how they carry themselves.
Right.
Give me Isaiah 58, 58 and 3. Isaiah 58 and 3. Because we're going to figure it out right now, right? You get fasting. What fasting really is then.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 58, verse 3.
Go ahead.
Wherefore have we fasted, say they, and thou seest not.
Say it again. Start from the top.
Wherefore have we fasted, say they, and thou seest not. Wherefore have we afflicted our soul, and thou takest no knowledge. Behold, in the day of your fast, ye find pleasure and exact all your labors.
Ye found pleasure in what?
Exact all your labors.
In what?
Exact all your labors.
Exact all your labors. What does that mean? Find pleasure and exact all your labors.
Sloppy, sir. That means still go to do everything normally like you're not fasting.
As if go through your normal day. Sound like how you smile, crack the little jokes that you do. You got to do it to where no one say, hey, man, what's wrong with you? If you're fasting on that day and someone say, hey, you all right, man? You failed.
Right.
Congratulations, you played yourself. Because they know you fasting. Because you moping. Right. You doing what the Sadducees and Pharisees did. I'm saying you're carrying the characteristics of the Sadducees and Pharisees. Because if they're able to see it, you're not doing it right. You're not. If someone say on that day of atonement, hey, are you right up? Did a terrible job. You did an absolute terrible. Unless you're a brother that just that's how you are every day. But yet so they wouldn't need feeling me to ask you that then if you're like that every day. Right. If they're asking you because it's not like you.
Right.
I'm saying it's not normal of you. Read it from the top for me again. Huh?
Wherefore have we fasted, say they, and thou seest not. Wherefore have we afflicted our soul, and thou takest no knowledge. Behold, in the day of your fast ye find pleasure and exact all your labors.
Find pleasure and exact all your labors. You want to be as if you're not fasting. That's how you want to be. I'm saying you want to be just like you're not fasting. Give me 1 Peter's 2 and 19. If you can, Amatazai, hold Psalms 34 and 9 for me out. In fact, give me 33 and 19. Psalms 33 and 19, Amatazai.
33 and 19.
Yeah, then we're going to go to 34 and 9 right after that.
So 33 and 19.
Go ahead up.
This is the book of 1 Peter.
Go ahead.
Chapter 2.
19.
Verse 19. Verse 19. For this is thankworthy, if a man for conscience toward God endure grief, suffering wrongfully. For what glory is it if ye be buffeted for your faults? Ye shall take it patiently.
Read that again now from the top. Read that again. Read that again for me.
Come on. For this is thankworthy, if a man for conscience toward God endure grief, suffering wrongfully. For
meaning what? What is that saying? Go ahead.
Like if for the service to the Most High,
right?
If a man endures a punishment or something that is being done to him, even when he's not guilty of it,
right?
That is thankworthy. That's worthy of thanks.
Keep going.
For verse 20. For what glory is it if when ye be buffeted for your faults, ye shall take it patiently?
Keep going.
But if when ye do well and suffer for it, ye take it patiently, this is acceptable with God.
This is acceptable, God. Give me what you have up before I come back to that one. Give me what you have.
Psalms 33 and 19. To deliver the soul's life, to deliver their soul from death, and to keep them alive in famine. Our soul waited for the Lord. He is our help and our shield.
Read that again.
He is our help.
From the top. Read that from the top for me again.
Verse 19. To deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in famine. Our soul
deliver their soul from death and keep them alive from what?
Keep them alive from in famine.
Keep them alive in famine. Why would they need to keep? Why would staying alive during famine be such a glorious thing? Go ahead.
Salakia, sir, because it will put a difference between his chosen and the unchosen.
You have to, for you to be during a time of famine and still being alive and functioning, still being to eat during a time of famine. There's no glory. There's no, you want to know if the Most High is with you? Let the famine hit the world out. Mm-hmm. Let the famine hit your land, and then you're just as nothing have happened. You're still eating, your family's eating still. I'm saying you're still drinking, your family's still drinking, your life's still going on the same, where everything around you is dry. If that's not a blessing, if that's not a sign the Most High is with you, I don't know what is.
Right.
That's how you know the Most High is with you. Go ahead,
Right, and to even put it in more visual, right?
Right.
The UPK was open during the pandemic.
I was going there next. Go ahead.
And every other church was closed.
Say it again. Loud and strong for them.
All these other Christian church, everybody had to close down their churches so they can avoid this pandemic. Yet and still, UPK is still open for everyone.
Brother said during the pandemic, ISUPK was open.
Right.
Where a Christian church suffered during the pandemic.
Right.
If that's not a sign that the Most High is with you, I don't know what else to tell you. Right. The Most High is with the ISUPK. When we were open and flourishing during the pandemic, where your Christian church was on the downfall during the pandemic.
Right.
If that is not a sign the Most High is with the ISUPK, I don't know what else to tell you. I do not know what else to tell you. During the time of judgment, we're flourishing. If that is not a sign the Most High is with you, I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
Maybe you're just wicked and you love to be in wickedness.
Right.
I'm saying maybe just that. Right about them out. Maybe they just love it out. Right. They love to be hungry out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You enjoy being hungry. You enjoy it. Give me Psalms 34 now and 9.
34. Psalms, book of Psalms, chapter 34, verse 9. Oh, fear the Lord, ye his saints.
Oh, fear the what?
Oh, fear the Lord, ye his saints.
Go ahead.
For there is no want to them that fear him.
Give me, where's my Psalm in 3 and 9? Go ahead, out. Read from the top for me again. Psalms 34, 9.
Book of Psalms, chapter 34, verse 9. O fear the Lord, ye his saints, for there is no want to them that fear him.
There's no want to them that fear him. What can the Most High not give you? If he says it right here, there's nothing he cannot give, he won't give you if you just fear him. How do you fear the Most High? By keeping his commandments. As long as you're keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments during famine, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But don't it seem about right though? It's something you have to earn, man. You have to earn that. You have to earn that comfort during famine. You have to earn that comfort during the midst of judgment, in the midst of war. How do you earn it? During times like this, right now. Where you're everyone around you is living in sin, and you're keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Where you're holding the Day of Atonement, right? That is how you show it. When you chastise yourself, when you hold yourself accountable, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
These things is how you show favor in the Most High. This is how you work towards that time of famine that's coming. That food being put in. Imagine it's like this. For Passover you keep, a holiday you keep, laws you keep and don't break. Your basket is getting more full with food for famine, when the time of famine comes. Most I tell you, it's very simple. You do right unto me, I will do right unto you. You don't keep my law, statutes, and commandments, there'll be no food for you. You got some more for me out? Go ahead, give me what you have. Go ahead, give me what you have.
It's the book of the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 9. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he hath care for his elect.
He has care for his what?
Elect.
His elect. There's nothing shall hit you as long as the Most High is with you. Family should be the least of your worries. The Most High is with you. How do I know? Christ freed a whole damn near more than a dozen people with just a loaf of bread. All the movies that you see where they're doing magic and snapping their finger and a bread appear and all. Don't get me wrong. This ain't no magical movie. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no magical movie, but during the time of Egypt, it was prophesied that during the time of Egypt, what's it called was raining from the sky. Oh no, Salakia, during in that wilderness. Yeah, it's called what is it again? Man, basically birds was dropping from the sky. Food was dropping from the sky for the children of Israel. So you can't tell me that the Most High he can make birds drop from the sky. Sure enough, he can make bread drop from the sky. You know what I'm saying? Water drop. You seen water drop from the sky? Right from the rock. Yeah. Right. You thirsty out in that wilderness and rain start coming down. Don't tell me that's not the Most High.
Right.
So don't bring famine up to me.
Right.
During that time, if famine comes, it could be raining. It could be dry everywhere across the United States. And one little piece of land that UPK is on there, it's raining every day. They be like, they sure is eating good over there.
Right.
Why is it only raining in this area? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
The Most High, like I heard General Muhammad say it himself, the Most High God likes to flex. And he is a jealous God, and he hasn't chosen. If he parted the Red Sea to let his chosen,
that's what I was gonna say.
You know what I'm saying, sir? Like if he'll do that, and he'll curse the entire land of Egypt, and in Goshen nothing's happening. What makes all of the heathen and all of the ones that feast on my people think that exact scenario that you just gave as an example won't actually happen?
It blows my mind. Famine should be the least of your worries.
Right.
Famine should be the least of your worries, man. Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments should be a word. Go ahead.
I got a precept.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter
4. Psalms 37 for me, 19.
Book of, Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse. I'm gonna start at. I'm gonna start at verse 7, right? Just to get to the point.
Go ahead.
Right. For what nation is there so great who hath God so nigh unto them. As the Lord our God is in all things, we call upon him. It's like we call upon him for. Like basically saying like what nation is so great that has the Most High so close unto them, right? Especially if they have laws, statutes, and judgments.
Right.
This is their wisdom. This is like their wisdom. This is their guidance. This is their instructions on what to eat, what not to eat, what to avoid, how to avoid danger.
Right.
How to avoid a
playbook.
Pandemic. Right.
It's a playbook. It's a step-by-step playbook and how to maneuver what's coming to you. Exactly. How to win this war that's to come. And how do you win the war that's to come? Fear of the Most High.
Right.
It's very simple. How do you survive famine? Fear in the Most High. How do you win the war that's to come? Nations against nations? Fear in the Most High. That's the one thing that not one nation in the face of this earth do. No one fear the Most High. How do you know the Chinese do not fear the Most High?
They brought COVID.
Give my brother a hand, man. That's exactly what I was going. Nigga, so I'm reading my mind. They brought COVID. How do you know the? Go ahead,
That's lucky, sir. To build on what the officer is just saying,
right?
About his elect, and we're on famine and this water situation because we know famine's coming. It's gonna happen. So, right, sir. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 15, verse 22.
Give it to me, y'all.
So Moses brought the children of Slaget from the Red Sea, and they went out into the wilderness of Shur. And they went 3 days in the wilderness and found no water. And when they came to Marah, they could not drink of the waters of Marah, for they were bitter. Therefore, the name of it was called Marah. And the people murmured against Moses, saying, what shall we drink? And he cried unto the Lord. And the Lord showed him a tree, which when he had cast into the waters were made sweet. Like, like,
you hear that?
Right.
Moses said, "Whoa!" Read it from the top again.
Come on, sir. And the people murmured against Moses.
People did what?
Murmured against Moses.
What does it mean to murmur? Like, go ahead.
Sluggy, sir, they talking smack.
Like, yes, talking ish. You know what I'm saying? Talking ish. So much word, but it says smack. I'm saying, yeah, talking ish, right? So they're talking bad about Moses, right? Go ahead.
Saying, what shall we drink? And he cried unto the Lord, and the Lord showed him a tree, which when he had cast into the waters were made sweet.
The water is made what?
Sweet.
Water is made what?
Sweet.
He made the water sweet.
With the tree.
With the tree. Meaning, how do you make the water sweet? You know, Israel loves sweet. They'll love that sweet, right?
Right.
So as they drinking the water is sweet. Let's imagine that for a second. What do we drink that's sweet in here?
That wine.
We drink that wine that's sweet, right?
Right.
That's right.
The Most High gave them the feeling of a wine, huh? Israel loved that sweet. They were crying for wine and bread and all that, right? Okay, here, some water that's sweet. It's a sweetness you like in the wine. I know it's sweetness you like in the wine. So here's water that's sweet. You know, them niggas like, we take this.
Right.
Shit, nigga, like, shit, we'll take this.
Right.
In the wilderness,
Right.
Come on, man.
Right.
Come on. You gotta believe, man. You gotta believe the Most High will do it for you. But more than you believe in, you gotta earn it. You gotta earn it, man.
That's right.
You have to earn it. Life is not. It's not made. Life is not how the white man is painted to be. Where he hands you a section, he hands you a little government assistance check. You know what I'm saying, or he hands you every month to give you a little money, a food stamps.
Right.
I'm saying a food stamp card. It's life is not like that. You have to earn it. Not that the Black, Hispanic, and Native American have not earned that. We've earned that times 10 over, 100 times that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the Most High, you have to earn it. You have to earn it. And how do you earn it? It's rejecting that. So you know what? Nah, man. We don't want a damn thing from no so-called white man. I'm going to come together with my people. I'm going to serve my God. I'm going to watch my God destroy you. And I'm going to praise ye, the Most High.
Right.
That is how you do it, man. That is how you earn it. Life is war, and the Most High wants you to choose his side.
Right.
I just said it earlier. How do you know the Chinese not with the Most High? They don't fear the Most High because they brought COVID. How do you know the Africans do not fear the Most High?
Because they're making commercials about them, like trying to feed them.
It's a lot here. They put their heads in cows' behinds and
Right.
wash up with cow urine.
Facts. But the Africans also brought Ebola.
That time.
You remember Ebola? Everybody's afraid of Ebola. I remember, like, I was a nigga, stay away from me. I'm real shit. I was like, hey, I want to be around no Africans. That's real shit. I want to be around none of y'all Africans. I don't care. I don't give a damn. Even out in the world, I was like, man, F them Africans, man. And the Middle Eastern too, they're a little too close to them Africans. They might have it too.
Right.
Nigga, I didn't want nothing to do with no of them heathens. Like, I don't want to be around none of them. I ain't going to no African shack. I didn't even care to go for it when I was out in the world anyway.
Hey.
I don't want to be around no Africans because they all got the Ebola as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
I'm just being honest. Like, that's how when Ebola was here, that's how I was looking at it. They all got the Ebola. You'd be like, damn, not every African had the Ebola, nigga. All of them have it.
Right.
Go ahead, Doc.
I was gonna say, I remember when the Ebola hit, I thought there was like a zombie apocalypse. Like it was like the world's about to end.
Right.
You know, because it was just everywhere. It's like, hey, be careful, this, and that. Boom, boom, boom. People were dropping dead. People are like, you see how they were reacting with the whole COVID. They had to suit up in order just to, you know, and even the people that were suited up, they still, some of them died from it, just from being in contact.
From being in contact with it.
Like, what in the world?
That Ebola was
crazy.
That Ebola was.
They had to burn a whole village. Damn that.
Man, shit, burn them all. It's like, shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Ebola was different. I didn't want to be around no Africans. I didn't kid. Not that before I was with them. I went to school with one African. She was cool. She want to hang out with white people and hang out with other Africans. If I remember one of the Africans out there, they didn't want to hang out with no niggas. And that's fine with me. I tell you one thing. When that Ebola hit, but she was shamed then. She was ashamed that you talking about you want to separate from everybody. We damn sure want to separate from you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the sisters in the school was like, shit, man. Why she still coming to school? She needs to be segregated from everybody else because she might have the Ebola.
Right.
I never forget Hispanic women is like, no, you can't do that. That's not, you can't do. They can't say that's wrong. We don't do that here. Shit, sis. Fuck all that dumb shit. You need to kick her out of the school, man. Ebola is running wild on her people, man. But damn what that Israelite still was talking about. Man.
I wasn't even trying to listen to no Akon, you know.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to listen to no
Because Ebola just might come out the fucking.
Oh shit.
Nigga, I don't know what you talking about. Hell yeah. Fuck Akon, Salakia. Ebola just might manifest out of his voice and just pollute the air I'm listening in and my surroundings. Nigga laughing.
Right.
Niggas was really.
That's
how the world was.
Like, that's how crazy it was, though.
Man,
like, man.
Go ahead, Kawana. Go ahead,
I was just gonna say you might catch the ear Ebola. You got the Ebola. You listen to him too long, you might catch the ear Ebola.
Shit, man.
Shit.
And that's how it was. That's exactly how it was, man. Are you crazy? That Ebola was. Come on, man. I ain't gotta even tell you. Come on, man.
No,
that was different. And how do you know that the East Indians did not fear the Most High? Don't fear the Most High.
I think the East Indians, like, they started getting angry at the gods that they were worshiping because of the pandemic. They started throwing all their idol worship, like all that.
They excellent. They should have done it anyway. They should have done it a long time ago. But how do you know they don't fear the Most High?
Because they worship a cow. I mean, they worship a cow. They worship, all these other.
Just the smell alone should let you know East Indians don't fear the Most High. God damn. Do you smell an East Indian, Ak?
Oh man.
Talking about they don't believe in deodorant. Have you smell an East Indian, Ak? The whiff alone, I'm like, nigga. Like, what movie was I watching with the woman? She was so stink. She was walking by, and everybody was dropping by. Like, you would walk by, and that's just the smell of the air hit the East Indian. And you're like, nigga. Like, you look back at her like, what?
So my cousin, an East Indian has such a stink that it's almost like you can tell that there's an East Indian in the room if you're blindfolded.
Yes.
Man.
Forget about the way they talk. Throw that away.
Man.
Just have one walk in the room and close your eyes. You're gonna be East Indians. It's not East Indian.
Yep.
I smell must. They have a different type of. They don't believe in deodorant. You don't believe in deodorant? Okay. No sweat. In the kingdom, you're gonna believe it then.
Mm-hmm.
That smell alone is gonna let you know the Most High is not with them out. Most High don't smell like that out.
Smell like
Most-
smell like freaking mustard and pickle juice.
Man, they smell out.
It's disgusting.
It's a lot.
How you know? But on the verse, how you know the Most High is not with him? Very simple, out. Very simple. Allah. If you know the history of Allah, you know what I'm saying, and with the Muslim, you know the Most High is not with him.
Right.
You know the Most High is not with. They even tell you the Most High is not with him. They'll come out and tell you the Most High, God of Israel, is not their God.
Right.
That's how you know.
Right. This pandemic has shown.
And that this pandemic have shown it, huh?
Right.
Come on, man. Go ahead, come on, Mike. Something to say?
Salagi, sir. Just kind of going back to the stench of an East Indian. It's amazing. Like the males, they stink enough, and they stink too much. But to think about what a female East Indian might go through,
God.
they truly don't believe in
Man.
bathing. And the males, they'll bathe like we got video of them bathing in a vat full of cow feces. An East Indian, they believe in canning cow urine, like in a soda can.
Right.
They buy it in 6-packs,
Right.
and they'll drink a can of cow piss with their pinky out and everything. That's what they do. It's not me, Captain.
And when they sweat, that cow piss coming out their pores.
Woo.
Imagine their women out, the smell of their women not bathing on her cycle out.
Okay, that's not woman, sir. They females, but
That's the East Indian for you.
mm-hmm.
These heathens are filthy and disgusted, man. Give me Psalms 37 and 3.
This is the book of
Of the 19, you got 19? Give me 19 now.
Yes, sir.
37, 19.
This is the book of Psalm, chapter 37, verse 19. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. But the wicked shall perish.
The wicked shall what?
Perish.
Start from the top again.
They shall not be ashamed in the evil time.
They shall not be ashamed in the evil time. They shall not be ashamed. His elected shall not be ashamed. Huh?
Right.
The ones who stand with the Most High and keep the law, statutes, and commandments will not be ashamed during that time.
Right.
How do you know? He's the Most High will tell you. Keep going.
And in the days of famine, they shall be satisfied.
In the day of famine, they shall be what?
Satisfied.
They shall be what?
Satisfied.
That's why they won't be ashamed. That's why they won't be ashamed. Huh?
Right.
How do you know during the time of famine? You ever see a beautiful woman during the time of famine? Huh? You ever come from a third world country out and watching a beautiful woman is hungry out? She don't look like she look out. You know what I'm saying? As if she was eating out. All that beauty go away out. All that beauty go away. She's ashamed. She's ashamed. Hair is dirty, smell. She's ashamed. A bum is ashamed. Huh? Most sides elect won't be ashamed during that time. Because we will have her feel. We'll be eating during that time. You got some more on that for me? You don't keep going for me, huh?
But the wicked shall perish.
The wicked shall perish. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
And the enemies of the Lord shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall consume into smoke. Shall they consume away?
That's what shall come of them. Give me verse 3. Jump to verse 3 for me.
Verse 3. Trust in the Lord and do good. So shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed.
Trust in the Most High and do good. Right? Go ahead.
So shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed.
That shall be what?
Fed.
That shall be what?
Fed.
Trust in the Most High. Trust in the Most High. And ye shall be fed. Trust in the Most High means you keep his law, statutes, and commandments. That is how you trust in the Most High. You keep his law, statutes, and commandments, man. It's not something you say, you go to church every Sunday and worship and bang a tambourine. You can't. It requires work, man. Don't forget, We still live under the curse of Adam and Eve. We have to work for what we want up. Right? Our people were what? Farmers. Don't forget, when we came to the land of Egypt, what did Joseph say to our people? Tell Pharaoh that we are farmers. Tell them we're farmers. Sheep gatherers. You know what I'm saying? You know, sheep gatherers, right? Meaning we were working in that time. You have to work for what you want, man. And there's no bigger requirements than you keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. You have to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. You don't keep the law, statutes, and commandments, you don't get any blessings. It's very simple. And for us Israelites, we have the whole earth is against us. Everyone's against us. Everyone's against the Mexicans. Everyone's against the so-called black man, woman, and child, right? Everyone's against so-called Native American man, woman, and child. Everyone's already against us.
Right.
We need the help of the Most High. It requires work. It requires us come back to the Most High and starting to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Famine is cursed. You're being cursed when it's famine. Famine is overtaking you and your land and your people. The Most High is against you. It is a punishment. But fasting you get to do when you're being rewarded. Because what? Only a man that have food can say he's fasting up. You can't say you're fasting if you're already a bum out in the street up. You ain't fasting. Nigga, you have nothing to eat. What are you talking about? For you to be fasting, you gotta have food to eat. And you're choosing not to eat. Like we'll be doing next week in the Day of Atonement. We have food. You be choosing not to eat during that time. That's the Day of Atonement. You be choosing to fast. You can't fast if you a bum living on the streets don't have any food. What is that? It's called famine. You don't have anything. That is the difference between fasting and famine. One is a reward, and the other one is a curse. Right. It's a punishment. Right. You got something you want to say?
I was just gonna add, and another thing too, when the plague comes, right? When the famine comes, when you fear that plague or that famine, it just shows that you don't put your trust in the Most High.
And also shows that you've done enough work. Because if you've done enough work, you feel comfortable during that time. Do you know who's afraid of that time up? It's wicked men, because they have sowed nothing but wickedness.
Right.
And they know all the thing that's left for them is to reap is wickedness.
Exactly.
If you have not been keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, if you've been a man that been in all type of wickedness, you know what I'm saying? And all type of if you're a man that's been a type of sexual, been a sexual deviant, right? Pornography. You mean sleeping around with women and throwing them away. A whoremonger, right?
Right.
You even eating pork, crab, and lobster. You've been robbing the poor. You been sleeping with children, pedophilia. Of course you're going to be afraid in that time to come, because you have not done any work. All you're doing is sow wickedness. All you're doing is sowing wickedness.
Right.
This is what I said to every Israelite out there, man. It's time for you to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
I'm saying it's time for you to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments, man. The ones out there that are bending but have not broken yet. Now it's time for you to straighten up, man. Right. One day at a time. Start to gain your strength again. Start to gain your strength again, man. One day at a time. Yes, you lost the battle today. Yes, you lost the battle today. You sinned today. Tomorrow's another day. Fight it tomorrow. Right. Win the war win the war tomorrow. Right. Satan's job is to get you to break that law. Fight tomorrow. Satan, nah, nigga, you ain't getting me today, nigga.
Right.
I'm gonna get the fuck out of this house. I know you like to get me in this house when I'm saying I'm distracted. I'm gonna get the fuck out of this house. I'm gonna keep moving. Let's do something. What we doing? I'm gonna hit the gym. Let's go work out. What we doing? I'm saying I'm about to read. What we do? Keep yourself busy.
Right. Tell
him I'm not losing today. You a man like that, the Most High shall reward you. With that, I pass the class to priest and officer. Mother's Day.
With ISUPK, Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for a new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and the sister will court each other. After 6 months period, brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. And you can find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. Also in the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Slug. Priest funds, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming Holy Convocation, which is going to be the Day of Atonement.
Day of Atonement next week. I think it's next week
on a Wednesday.
Wednesday, I think it is. Gone.
I think it's the 15th, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
10 days from the day of
Blowing of the trumpets.
blowing of the trumpets. Gone.
Also, a reminder to hit the GPS for the school location when you're visiting the school. I mean, when you're coming to the school, even if you know the route, it just helps boost up our stats, right? Also, visit the website, post a review if you haven't already on the Google post a review of the school on Google if you haven't. All right. Also, if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, Men of Israel Majum, which means to stand, and we're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Majum Shabbat, Majum Barak,
Yahweh Shem Yahushai Brakatha.
Y'all Bashim and Shabbat.
Gideon Matah, class dismissed.